Imagine the supreme ruler of the universe. Now forget Zeus and his lightning. The real master of the Chinese heaven doesn't fight, doesn't throw thunderbolts, doesn't split mountains. His ultimate power? Signing paperwork. He's the Jade Emperor, Yùhuáng Dàdì, and there's a reason why. Facing the biggest threat Earth has ever seen, he didn't just fix the crisis with a simple decree. He had to ask for outside help. Forget Olympus, seriously. The logic here is totally different. Look, traditional heaven looks a lot like an empire. A massive divine bureaucracy, jobs, registries, strict hierarchies. The Jade Emperor isn't a warrior, he's an administrator king. He rules, points, coordinates. Wait though, because here the story gets weird. Actually, really weird. Check the higher Taoist theologies though. The Jade Emperor isn't even the absolute top. Above him are the three pure ones, considered the original emanations, way older, way more powerful. Yet for the common people, for the devotion of millions, he's the undisputed king. How is that possible? Well, the gods' ranking isn't the same everywhere. It depends on the schools, the historical periods, the local traditions. Okay, but to avoid mixing up cult, storytelling and interpretation, we need to look at how this heaven machine actually runs. And there's no better example than its administration's biggest nightmare, a monkey. In Journey to the West, the Emperor's role shines through Sun Wukong. When the monkey gets too out of hand on Earth, the court tries the political fix. Not war, hiring. Hey, invite him to heaven and give him a job. Bin Mawen, keeper of the heavenly stables. Sounds like a pretty decent title, right? Almost honourable. Or at least, that's what they wanted him to think. I mean, the historical backstory is crazy. In traditional China, people believed keeping a monkey in the stables kept horse epidemics away. So, for the court, it was literally a polite way of saying stable boy. Wukong finds out he's been played, rebels, and goes back to his mountain. At that point, he names himself the Great Sage, equal to heaven. To calm him down, the court ends up recognising the title and gives him a prestige task. But it's actually a trap to keep an eye on him, guarding the immortal peach garden. And here, obviously, the fuse blows. Stolen peaches, ruined heavenly banquet, immortal wine guzzled, and even Lao Tzu's immortality pills. He just made the biggest mistake of his life. But how does the most powerful army in the cosmos react to a single drunk monkey? Spoiler, badly. Heaven's army gets mobilised. It takes titanic clashes, like the one with the god Erlang Shen, who actually holds his own. But the narrative point stays the same. The Jade Emperor rules and delegates, but he doesn't wrap up the crisis with a decree. And even when they finally catch him, tossing him into Lao Tzu's alchemical furnace for 49 days to destroy him, nothing. They fail. The monkey comes out even more terrifying, with fiery eyes marked by the smoke. It just shows that even the heavenly court's countermeasures fail. And that's where the absurdity of the Jade Emperor kicks in. The paradox, honestly. He's the supreme CEO, yet his hands are tied by the rulebook. He learns the hard way that you don't stop certain crises with a simple stamp. Cosmic order risks collapsing. A different Buddhist authority steps in the novel, the Buddha. He challenges Wukong with an impossible bet and traps him under the Five Elements mountain for 500 years. And that's when the system crashes. Administrative power goes as far as it can. Then you need a spiritual force that, in the novel's language, is superior. For the rest of the monk Tang Sangzang's journey, the guy inspired by the historical Xuanzang, the Jade Emperor mostly stays in the background. He's the frame of the heavenly order, the heaven machine reacting to disorders, petitions and divine duties. Without him, the story would lose a sharp contrast, the strict rules of an office against the unmanageable energy of the world. Basically, in the novel, heaven is also a giant office, and maybe that's exactly the charm of the Jade Emperor. He's not the omnipotent god, but the image of order, necessary yet fragile in front of chaos, talent and transformation. Anyway, whose side are you on? Is Sun Wukong a just rebel fighting an unfair system, or just a nightmare for anyone trying to govern? Let me know in the comments, and subscribe to find out the next chapter of this epic.